What's up, guys? It's Joel Punishers Paintball. Today, we've got a player's video for you guys. We are going to show you guys how to properly tape your paintball tank and why you would potentially put tape on your tank instead of putting a tank cover on. We'll see you guys after the intro.
I'm so free.
All right, Cody. I've got a Ninja SL2 here, as you guys can see here. This is my personal SL2 77. We already have some tape on here, but we took it off just so that we can show you guys how to redo it. So come back here with me. I'm gonna pass the wife here. Got to grab our trusty tape. Oh, yep. Which one we choosing today? Infamous or Pro DNA?
We want this one.
Infamous?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. Let's go back to the front. All right, so we're back up front. We've got our selection of tape here at the store. We've got the Icon as well as the Infamous style tape from Infamous. We also have Pro DNA tape, and then over on that wall, we've got HK Army. They've got their own grip tape, both in the 1 inch and the 1.5 inch, which is a nice offering from them in case you want something a little bit thicker. Why would you potentially tape your tank instead of putting a tank cover on? It's a little bit less minimal. I know that some people are concerned about protecting their tank, the integrity of the gel coating on their tank. That's why some people like to put a tank cover on. Other people like to, they're not too concerned about it getting scratched up, potentially dented, whatever the case may be. But they want the minimal feel of not having a tank cover or a tank grip on. So some people resort to tank tape, which has become very popular. It's very cheap to do. You get a full roll here for, I think, $6.95 for the Infamous stuff. And then for the HK stuff, I think it's a little bit more, but it's not bad. Or it might be the same price. But anyways, so we are here to show you guys how to do this in case you guys want to tape your tank instead of doing a tank cover. Cody, come on over here. Easiest thing to do is to sit down. I'm gonna shut that so no personal information of our customers. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna find like a good spot where you're gonna want to cut your tape off. And then I'm gonna hold it there. I'm gonna bring it over to the other side, trying to figure out what length I want. So probably right about here. And it should just kind of easily tear. Now I'm going to do this however many times I see fit, guys. As you guys can see here, I had 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had 4 different strips. I think, it's kind of a preference thing on what you guys want to do here, how many you want to do. I'm probably not going to do as many this time. The more tape, the more grip you get, which is nice. So I'm going to do one cross like this, right across the center butt of the tank, and press it firmly here. And I'm going to get here again, just like that. As you guys can see, this is important. You want to cut it a little bit shy of where you're going to go around the end here. So as you guys can see here, this is where I cut it off before. I cut it shy, and the reason I'm going to cut it shy is, I'll show that to you here in a minute. If it's not obvious already, we're going to do one more strip here. Once again, cutting a little shy. You can also use hockey tape, which if you just want flat color or whatever the case may be, if you just want all black, there you go. Okay, so as you guys can see here, the back portion there, that cross web of tape, and then what we're going to do, last but not least, is we're going to wrap it around here. And what you want, Cody, what you want is for that to kind of overlap it so you don't catch the ends. 1, because it looks better. 2, because you don't want that getting caught and potentially ripping your tape up once you've got it taped down. So as you guys can see there, I tried to create the same length, or at least the same length of width, so that way it's not going to be too short or too long. I'll start it there and just kind of tightly bring it around here. All the way around the tank, Okay, as you guys can see, I screwed up this one. This one's a little bit long, or actually, no, I lied. It's my starting piece, so I'm gonna make that so it matches up perfect. All right, and I'm just gonna go one strip. One strip is usually enough to get it all the way around and for it to lock up and everything else like that. Okay, guys, so now I've got it in place, as you guys can see there. Try to be as symmetrical as possible, and this portion here at the end is important to making sure that all of it stays in place. And then the grip tape does good if you try and apply some pressure. So I'm just going to press down on it, and the longer that you go, the more sticky it gets, which is kind of nice. So the more you use it, it's not going to go anywhere on you, for at least probably a year or so. It might start unraveling at some point, but it does a really good job of holding it in there. And I'm going around the way that I went with the tape, so that way I don't go the other way and potentially, unravel it. But that's it, guys. That is the tape for the infamous tape, as well as the HK tape, or you can buy your own hockey tape on Amazon or wherever the case may be. But this is a really good option, guys, if you're not too worried about protecting your tank. I've never really seen anybody that tapes their tank, makes that decision, that's like seriously damaged their tank, unless they're just being negligent. And this is a really good option, cheap option. So there you guys go. That's how to tape your paintball tank at Punchers.